Hi guys! Today's the day that I will answer the questions kung paano at kailan ba ako nagkaroon ng cervical cancer. As I've mentioned before na this is too sensitive topic for me kaya kailangan ko muna mag-ipon ng lakas ng loob. Since marami ako nare-receive na messages and comments regarding sa topic na to, so here it is. Disclaimer lang po, hindi po ako professional pagdating sa sakit na ito. I've done my research and most of all, personal experience ko na rin. This is for the prevention and awareness for those people who is suffering or sa tingin nyo, nararanasan nyo yung mga isa sa symptoms ng cervical cancer. It's just started last year, December 2023, for some of the symptoms, pero akala ko yun lang, dun pa lang nagsimula. Na-experience ko yung on and off bleeding to heavier bleeding to the point na tipak-tipak na talaga yung lumalabas sa kanya, which is not normal for me dahil regular menstruation ako and naglast yung bleeding ko for a month. So after that, nagpa-check up ako sa hospital, then they told me na hormonal imbalance and PCOS lang daw yun. Nag-prescribe lang sila ng medicine to stop the bleeding and nawala naman yun for a week. My mistake, hindi ako nag-follow up kasi nagpapalagay na lang ako na okay na ako. Pagkaraan ng follow-up ko sana, ilang araw lang, 11 PM ng gabi, naka-experience na naman ako nang bigla na lang may lumabas na dugo. Tuloy-tuloy, hindi talaga siya tumitigil as in. So, on that night, if I will estimate, so gumamit ako ng diaper na pambata, medium yun kung matatandaan ko. Kaya kong mapuno yung 3 pads na yun, wala pang 1 oras. So, imagine, ganun siya kalakas. And nag-decide na kami pumunta ng hospital on that night. Iko-confine sana ako nung gabi na yun, kaya lang hindi ako pumayag kasi meron akong bata nag-iintay, iniwan lang namin siya. They just give me an IV shot to stop the bleeding and after nun umuwi na kami. And I decided to come back the next day para ma-meet ko yung OB ko. For the second time, super insist talaga si OB na PCOS lang ito. Ang tanging pinagbasihan niya lang is yung mga past laboratories ko, yung ultrasound na isang beses niya nang ginawa but never tested me physical exam or IE man lang. So very traumatizing sa akin ang nangyari na yun kasi inside me alam kong hindi ako okay pero sabi nila is okay lang yan, ganun. Hormonal changes, yun ang ini-insist nila. So, for the second opinion tayo, ang target ko is mahanap ko yung dating OB ko sa 2 anak ko. So, nahanap ko naman yung hospital kung saan siya nag-work, kaya lang, ibang araw yung nabook ko. So, iba yung na-meet kong OB-GYN. Hindi ko na i-enclose yung unang hospital na napuntahan ko kasi medyo traumatizing siya at ayoko nang balikan. At ito na nga, nakarating ako ng May Kawayan Doctors. Napakabilis na mga pangyayari. Nalaman ko kaagad-agad. Wala pang examination na nagaganap, kundi sinabi ko lang kung ano yung mga nararanasan ko. And makikita mo na kaagad sa reaksyon ng doktor na there's something wrong. To give you the exact, kung ano talaga yung na-experience ko. So, unang-una na nga doon yung heavy bleeding. Ito naman yung mga isinuwalang bahala ko. Pelvic pain or pain during sex and vaginal bleeding after sex. And lastly, yung na-experience ko na symptoms is yung discharge which is watery at meron na rin siyang amoy. So on that day, after the observation and examination, I was suspected for cervical cancer. As per my doctor, as she examined, meron akong 5 cm mass or bukol sa aking cervix. At pag tinitignan ko yung doctor ko, alam kong hindi siya okay at alam mo yung sobrang nababother siya for me at naluluha talaga siya habang tinitignan niya ako. And I undergo biopsy just to find out if it is cancerous or not, and it is. I have cervical cancer stage 1B3. This is on early stage but apparently I have a 5 cm tumor so kailangan kong mag-undergo ng treatment agad-agad. For this kind of illness, kailangan talaga ng mahabang pasensya. Hindi din biro yung pinagdaanan ko to find hospital kung saan ako magpapagamot. Dahil oras ang kaalaban, ilang pila, ilang examination yung pinagdaanan ko para lang mahanap ko kung saan ako makakapagpagamot. And God sent me Dr. Mariano of May Kawayan Doctors Hospital. Diyos ko, thank you po sa inyo dahil nirecommend niya ako under charity. So, sa UST po ako nagpapagamot sa Benavides Cancer Institute. And under na po ako ni Dr. Hill Gonzalez. And as per him, my intervention would be 6 cycle of chemotherapy. Then, pag lumiit yung tumor, I will undergo surgery. It's a long way ahead. It's a bit rough journey. But the moment nung malaman kong may sakit ako, isinurrender ko na lahat kay Lord. It's just a matter of time, self-care, faith, and devotion to Him. This healing process will be done. Ang dami ng ginawa ni Lord para sa akin. Kaya kailangan malampasan ko din to. So, ang tanong ng marami, ano nga ba ang cervical cancer? So, ito po is common infection or virus na pwedeng mapasa through one person to another person during sex po. And this virus po is caused by a human papilloma virus or known as HPV. And sa case ko, sigurado magtatanong kayo, wag po kayo mag-alala kasi nagkaroon po ito ng counseling between my partner and me kung paano nga po nagkaroon ng ganito. And Diyos ko, syempre sigad na lang ang makakaalam niyan. So, we're good. So, dagdag pa na meron akong HPV vaccine, kaya matinding pala isipan to. And then, sa lifestyle ko naman, hindi naman ako nag-i-smoke, then alcohol, occasionally lang. And okay naman yung health ko, hindi ko talaga alam kung paano. Then tinanong ako ng doctor kung meron ba sa amin, sa family namin na may history ng cancer, so wala naman. So isa lang ang masasabi ko, stay faithful, lalo na sa mga kalalakihan dahil naipapasa po yan sa mga kababaihan. And isa pa nga po pala, having an early sexual intercourse before the age of 18 or having many sexual partner puts you at higher risk of HPV infection. Pasok din po sa high risk yung mga naninigarilyo, yung matagal na gumagamit ng birth control pills, o baka naman meron kayong family history. So, paano naman ma-avoid tong cervical cancer na to? Para sa mga kababaihan, meron man o wala, regularly check after your OB/GYN, do some pap smear test dahil doon yun naman yan malalaman. It could be prevented by having HPV vaccine as well. Stop smoking, and very important, limit your sexual partner and use condom para naman sa hindi magpa-partner, no? Doon po tayo sa safe side kung hindi talaga maiwasan, Diyos ko. And lastly, curable ba ang cervical cancer o hindi? Hindi ko to masasagot 100%. You can do your research as what I'm dealing with. This cancer is treatable. You just stick to your faith and believe na gagaling ka. Because doctors are just instrument for us and guiding us through the healing process. Kaya nararapat lang nating sundin at gawin yung mga intervention nila dahil iyon ay makakatulong sa ating pagaling. Super last na po talaga ito. Because this is very important for those who have been diagnosed with cancer. Ito po ay very shocking and scary. We can discuss any questions and concerns with your doctors to make sure na naintindihan nyo po yung diagnosis and treatment plan na binibigay po sa atin. At importante na meron kang mga kaibigan at pamilya na sumusuporta sa iyo during those times because they will help you to cope up because girl, hindi madali. At sana nasagot ko yung mga tanong. Kung may kulang, pasensya na. Medyo kakataas ko lang ng therapy kaya medyo loading pa ako. No? Maraming salamat sa pagsama for today's video. So, 4 down, 2 way to go. And kung nakatulong at naging informational sa'yo ang video ko today, don't forget to share and follow naman, no? Para marami tayong matulungan and spread the awareness as well.